welcome to Girl Wash Your Face. I'm pretty sure this is chapter 19. I think we only have one chapter left, which is perfect because we only have 1 week left after this. So the lie for today is, my notes are over here, so that's why I'm looking there. There's only one right way to be. And she talked about how she grew up in like a little town. Her family was like really into the church. Everyone in her town was really into the church. Everyone was white. Everyone was low income. That was all she knew. She says like she didn't know other was wrong. So it's not like she knew, okay, our way of living is right and everyone else is wrong. She says she didn't know other was wrong because she didn't even know it existed. So that's how she grew up, where everyone was the same. Like there was no diversity, which is funny now because when you look at her and her following, it's like for all over the world, people are like listening to Rachel Hollis. So she's very obviously grown a lot since where she came from, and she made it pretty obvious like she's worked on that. She's worked on asking those like questions that seem a little ridiculous. She said the first time she ever saw diversity was at like a Disney trip that I think her church might have gone to. And she said she was just staring at people like they were exhibits. Like she saw 2 men holding hands. She saw like groups of people with different races mixed in, and was like mind blown. She'd never been aware of anything like that. So I thought it'd be kind of interesting to think in your own life, did you find that with anything? Did you always grow up with diversity? What are you doing with your kids to is that something that's important to you? So just something to kind of think about. But what I really want to talk about here is more in terms of this group or who you surround yourself with. So there's only one right way to be. So we know there's not only one right way to be, right? So she says there isn't one right way to be a woman, to be a mother, to be a daughter. And I think that's super important. Because it's so easy to compare ourselves, right, with who we surround ourselves with. So you could even be looking around this group and being like, oh my God, Amy's been getting up at 5 a.m. I should be doing that. I feel guilty about that because there's no way I could get up at 5 a.m. That's something I would have thought about me if I wasn't me right now, for sure. Or I would have thought that about me 2 weeks ago. But anyway, just because I'm doing it doesn't mean it's the only way to be. So for me, that's the easier way for me to get my quiet time. Maybe you like having that at nighttime. So maybe you like staying up late, where I like to make sure I'm in bed so I can get up early. So that's something so simple, but there's no one right way. Even we're all following the same plan, right? We're all doing the nutrition mindset plan. And even within that, we're not doing it the same, and that's okay. The whole point is to figure it out for your body. And I know Livy and I talk about this a lot because my personality is everything is gray to me. There's no black and white. Someone says this is the rule and I'm there's wiggle room. No matter what, I'm always, that's just how I think. Libby is very much I hope you don't feel like I'm calling you out, Libby. Libby's very much this is how it is, a rule follower, right? And there's neither of them are right, neither of them are better. It's just is. And so looking at the nutrition plan, she might be oh my God, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. And I'm no. Just because Alana says this, the umbrella of what we're trying to do is figure out what works for us. So she gives us the information, and we need to figure it out. So if we figure out we can hit our weight loss goals and feel good about ourselves and still have a snack at night, have your snack. Just because it says dinner and done, if you're still hitting your weight loss goals or you're maintaining goals or you're adding, even if you have to add weight, if you're hitting your goals and not perfectly following the plan, that's okay. It's your plan. We are all so different. That was mentioned the other day, right? Libby was talking about exercise. when she exercises, she like bulks up so fast. I think Allie was saying the same thing. They gain, and when I say bulk, I mean muscle, like in a good way. They like gain muscle so easy, right? I'm not like that at all. I do like my lift like my weights program, and like I'll get muscle, but it's like my arm still looks like small. We're just built differently. So we can't compare and say like, well, she's working out 5 days a week and she's getting those results. Why am I doing this and I'm getting different results? We're all different, and I love that. So that's like part of this chapter is like, there's no one right to do it. All that matters is you're doing it right for you. So I kind of like that gets brought up. She talks about how she goes to a hip hop class, like a real hip hop class, not like Zumba, and she's horrible at it, but she still likes to go. And one of her favorite parts is at the end, they break into 2 groups, and one group watches the other group and cheers them on, and then they switch. And she says like, it's just so powerful having a group of people, you know, just all cheering you on and encouraging you. And I have been such a Beachbody bubble. I have been for the past 5 years, where that's so normal to me, because she's like saying like, where else do you have that? All these women supporting other women. And I don't know, there could be guys in the class, I don't know. But I'm so used to that because of these groups, because of the space that we work so hard to create and you ladies make happen, that it's just normal. All of us, we're all different and we're all supporting each other, and that's something that I need to not take for granted, because that's huge. I was reminded of this at the Super Saturday I just went to, that little like conference thing, which my next one I'm going to tell you ahead of time, and a bunch of you are coming with me. And at the end, he made us split up into 2 groups in the room, and it's like, I think someone said it's a 40-yard ballroom or something. And he had everyone, this is going to scare you into not wanting to come. This is not normally what happens, but he had everyone start on one end, or half the room start on one end, do 1 push-up, and then crawl forward. 1 push-up, crawl forward. 1 push-up, crawl forward. The entire length of the ballroom, and the other half of the room cheered everyone on. At first, we were like, holy crap. 1, can I even do that? 2, I don't want to do that. And 3, like, why? Why are you making us do this? It's like, we already did our workout. It's time to go home. Right? That's what I was thinking. I'm sure everyone else was thinking similar thoughts. Anyway, we start, and it was hard. I mean, I never do that many push-ups. I was sore for days. But you know what happened? Those people cheering, it was amazing. Like, people were crying. So what, which I hope I can like make you understand why in a second. So everyone's going across, right? And the first few people, like the first bunch of people are finishing, and it's like, yay, like awesome, you did a good job. And everyone's like, huh. But then you've got like the stragglers, like the people at the end, and like they are trying so hard, and you can just see they just want to finish. And I'm like getting goosebumps. What started happening is, those of us that like, especially, I'm assuming that they knew them, but maybe they didn't. There were 2 people that were still out there that I knew, so that was my perspective. And one of them was having like a really hard time. So like me and another girl went and joined her, right? And finished with her. So like we had already finished, and we went back to show her like, you got this, like we're with you, and like we finished with her, and so many other people were doing that too. So all these people that had finished are now going back and finishing, and everyone is just like cheering, and like people are crying, and it like that kind of thing for me feels so normal, because I've been a part of this community. It's only been 5 years, but like it's just so normal to me. My like after college life, that I've been a part of that. I mean, I've been out of college more than 5 years, but that's what I feel like. So I want you to really look around at what you surround yourself with. Do you have outlets like that? I know we're in here, and maybe this is your outlet like that, but just like pay attention. Do you have friends that are just honestly cheering you on? Like not in like a passive aggressive way, not in like a, oh my God, I can't believe she's doing that, not in a comparison, like genuinely just want you to succeed. Those are the people you want to spend your time with. And if they're different than you, that's like bonus points, because then you see a lot more perspectives. If everyone's exactly the same, it's boring, right? So just something to think about. Make sure I didn't miss anything. When we do life with people who aren't exactly like us, it pushes ourselves out of our comfort zone. And that can be something even as simple as like, sometimes like me and Libby have talked about like meditation or something, kind of something like, for some people it might seem like out there, like visualization type things like that. I could see being like, oh my God, that's so weird. But like, that's going to make you grow. Or like you guys, girls, talking about something that maybe I'm not super like, I don't know about or not super comfortable with, like, or even, hey Liza, even like different foods, like that's gonna make us grow. Like maybe I never, like there's so many things I've tried from this group, like food that I had never tried before, and I'm like, how have I never done that? So even having us be different in what foods we like makes a big difference. So that's all I'm gonna say, because once again, this got longer than I meant to. But anyway, I hope everyone has a great day. Really think about who you're surrounding yourself with, and making sure people are encouraging around you, and realize there really is no right way to be, as long as you are figuring out the best way to be for you. Okay, so I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you later. Bye.